What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing the oil change on the Nissan Sentra. It's pretty simple. You can do it yourself. Save yourself some money. I'm going to be going full synthetic, which I always do. The car has 5,000 miles right now, and it's always done me good. So let's get to it. I'm going to be doing this with one take just to show you how easy it is. It's very simple. Okay. First, you want to get your oil, which the Nissan Sentra takes the 5W30. We're going full synthetic, high mileage. Got a drip pan, oil filter. Got a 14mm attached to a socket. I jacked the car up a little bit here just because this car is lowered, so it's a little harder to get under. Then we come over here. We're gonna take the dipstick out, which I've already removed it, put it to the side. You're gonna see our oil filter is right there, that orange thing right there. It's real simple, real easy to get to. You can get it right from the top here. So first thing what we want to do is get our drip pan under. Put this under here. Let's get under here and see. Right. You get under here, we're gonna put this, I'm gonna line this up this way. I removed the plug here and the plug here, so when the oil drips out, it goes into the pan, into the middle here, and you can see the oil filter right from under here. Also, you see it right there. That's the oil filter. First we want to remove that plug right there. As you can see, that plug right there, that's a 14. So let's get to that. Remove that now. Put this here, angle it up a little bit. Grab my 14. Make sure lefty loosey, righty tighty. So let's get in here. See if we can get this off easy. Ouch. Alright. Move that to the side. I'm gonna back this up a little bit just to get it in there good. Now this is the thing that I can never get. I always get the oil all over my fingers. You could put a glove on if you want, but let's go. Alright. See the oil building up. It's coming out pretty dark there. Ew. That oil is black. It's been a while since I've done an oil change. But this car burns oil, so I mean, it's not too bad. It's pretty nasty, but you have to consider the car has a lot of mileage. So we'll let this drain out. We'll just sit here and I guess watch this all drain out, drip out till it slows down. Once it slows down, I can move it forward a little bit and we can get to right there. As you can see, the orange is the oil filter. We're going to take that out. You can see this slowed down big time. So let's get this, move this back so we can get the oil filter from up above. Ew. There's a big clump. Let's go. Alright, so now we got that off. We got the screw off. Just gonna set this to the side. Oh, you have to be careful, you see? The rubber the rubber seal is probably still on the car over there. So let's go back and get that because we're gonna need that. Let's see if it's still here. Uh-oh. There it goes. It fell down. That's the seal. Need to keep. It's not rubber. It's brass. So make sure you get that. Because if it would have went down, we would have been screwed. I don't have an extra one right now. So as you can see, make sure you get that. And you guys watch that while I clean up my hands. All right, coming back now. Grab you guys, pull you out from under here, pull the flashlight out. I'm gonna let the car down a little bit just to see if any of that oil is drain out thoroughly. So let's get this going. Yeah, put you guys down here for a second. You can probably see under there. Let's take a look back under there. Make sure everything's still dripping properly. Yep. Well, it pretty much stopped dripping. So now we're gonna come up here. You can see I got the oil pan straight down, the drip pan, and the filter is right there. So let's take the filter off. That's the old filter. You can replace this if you want. I don't replace it every time. I think they recommend you replace it every time, but it's just a waste. This is our new filter. Let's see here. Open this thing up. As you can see, same thing. Same filter. Boom. Yep. Alright. So I'm just going to get a rag so I could clean that up a little bit. So let me go get a rag. I'm going to set you guys down right here looking at the filter. And I'm going to just get myself a rag here to clean up the oil that's spilt down in there. So let's go back over here. I'm gonna come back here and flash a light. Maybe you guys can see what I'm talking about here. All that oil right there. It's sitting there. We're gonna clean that out. So let's clean that up there. All right. Now, what we can do is go ahead and actually, you know what? I forgot to take off my oil cap. Nice move. Forgot to take off the oil cap. That's probably the first thing you should do, is remove the oil cap. But as I forgot to do it, and mine is hard to do. Just pop it off and remove the cap. Probably do this first. All right, oil cap is off right here. Just set it to the side for now. Well, as you can see, everything is pretty much drained out. There's nothing else coming out. Let's go back under the car, see if we see anything still coming out. And looks like all the dripping stopped already, so we're good to go. It's condensation or oil, one or the other, not sure. I think it's condensation. All right, so it's all drained out, all good to go. So now what we're gonna do is come to the new oil filter. I'm just gonna rub a little bit of the old oil on here just to create a good seal when we put it on. So I'll do that there. Wipe my finger up. Alright, put a little more on there. Missed a little spot there. There we go. Alright, now let's put our oil filter back on. And for the Nissan Sentra, it's PH6607. I like these because they're easy to grab with this rough edge here, I guess. It's just easier to grip. It's nice, simple. So let's screw this back on now. Alright, it's all nice and tight. Ain't going nowhere. It's good to go. If you have one of the other oil filters, you're going to need a tool removal kit, which is kind of a pain in the butt. So, alright, so we got that in. Let's jack the car back up so we can put our plug back in. Make sure when you're jacking up at the right point, so you don't damage anything on the car. Alright. Let's jack this up. Go up a little more. Get our jack stand under. Alright, jack stand's under. Now we're going to get our screw here. Let's just clean it up a little bit. Make sure there's no rock, dirt, or anything on it. Alright. Put that back on. Let's go put this back on. Yeah, a little bit more oil's coming out, as you can see. Yeah, a little more oil. So let that finish draining out before we pop this back on. I'm gonna go get a rag so I can wipe Just went and got myself a little rag to wipe the connection clean before I put this back in where it's leaking from here. Just let that calm down a little bit. Once that's completely drained, you can go ahead and put the nut back in. Still had a lot, I guess once I removed the oil cap, freed up some air to flow through or whatever. Alright, now that's done. See, it's barely dripping, so we'll just go ahead and wipe this. Make sure there's nothing on there. And we'll pop this back in there. Clean that up. And then we're gonna tighten it up now. I don't have to tighten it too tight, but just, all right, that should be good. That should be good. It's not going nowhere. So now we got that back on. Got our nut back on. We got our oil filter back on. Take this out of here. Move that to the side. Oil filter's back on. So now let's just go ahead and take the car back down. We don't need it jacked up anymore. Take this out the way. Bring this down. Nope. Let's bring this down. Alright. Back that up. Alright. So now we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go get a funnel so I can I'm gonna go get a funnel so I can pour the oil in. Because I can never pour it in directly. So get a funnel, pop that on there. Now pour my oil in. Once we pour all this in, the sentra will take this whole thing, which is 5 quarts, or yeah, 4 or 5 quarts, I forget, whatever. It takes this whole thing. So I'll top this off completely. Just empty the whole container in here. Now, some cars are different. Obviously, SUVs are going to take more oil. Bigger engines are going to take more oil. This is a little engine, so 4-cylinder. So it'll just take this here. This is a full synthetic oil change, so this costs a lot more at the if you go to get it done, but I got this Valvoline full synthetic oil, paid $21. at Walmart or the big box store, whatever you want to call it. Bought this 21, it was on sale today, 21 and change. So now I'm gonna put this to the side. I saved this because I pour the old oil back into this. I saved this because I pour the old oil from here back into there and I go drop it off. As you see, I have a few that I still have to drop off. Haven't had a chance to get over to the place to drop it off. Any auto parts store will be able to take it. So now that this is done here, I can just set that to the side. Let's go get our dipstick. Now let's clean the dipstick. Get it nice and clean. Pop it in. Well, you can see completely full and nice and clean. So we'll drop that in there. Come get our oil cap. Don't forget to put this back on, as you shouldn't forget to take it off in the first place, but tighten that on there. And that's it, you're done. Full synthetic oil change in a few minutes. That's about it. There's nothing else to it. It's pretty simple. Most cars are going to be the same. Just depends, your oil filter might be placed in another location, but your nut on the underside is going to be on the oil pan. It's always going to be under there. You just remove that, drain the oil, put everything back on, and then top it off, and you're good to go. So on that note, it took me a little over 20 minutes or so to do the oil change, and that's recording. That takes, you know, a little bit of time, but as you can see, it's pretty simple. But just get out there, go do it, save yourself some money, and you can get a full synthetic oil change for what you would pay for a regular oil change. Get out there, like, share, subscribe, and that's all I gotta say. Have fun till next time.